why I believe power is a terrible social problem solver. The short answer is that I I believe anecdotally there are many long-term problems with trying to maintain power or as a problem solving tool, and some of these problems include making society a less safe and less unhappy place to be living in. Um, I will now try to talk about my long answer to this question, and the the short answer was slightly challenging to capture in a concise sentence, because there is much detail that I believe is inside this that many people probably do not realize. Um, but maybe another attempt at the short answer is that I believe this just increases the risk of highly destructive behavior or I mean highly destructive results that probably most or all people don't want, like a world war. Um, so so to now start my long answer, one problem that I believe is part of authority and using punishment and power to try to shut down specific individuals is that this seems to create a false understanding that individuals are the people who 100% cause their problems that they are perceived to have caused, and from anecdotal evidence, I believe that people typically represent symptoms of much deeper and much larger problems, and are possibly and possibly representing more invisible problems. So, for example, if some individual is behaving in a way in public that is not typical, like screaming words at a high volume, or maybe being aggressive towards people. Um, I don't think it would be fair to instantly judge that person and say that they are evil, or they are troublemakers, or they are just terrible people, and maybe and that there could be one of multiple reasons that led to specific behaviors, and one of those could be maybe poor mental health. So maybe that person was having a stressful life, or something sudden happened, or maybe that person was living in some environments that did not support their mental health enough. And I'm not saying that this is the answer for all people who display behaviors that may be concerning in a community context, but I'm just saying this is one example to support my belief that most people seem to have a pattern of believing that individuals are just these self-controlled troublemakers that choose to cause trouble, and that the only way to manage those people is to somehow summon power and summon authority and summon punishment on these people. And I believe that may not be the best way. And and besides the poor mental health, maybe these people just did not have, I guess, good enough education either, because maybe they weren't taught in a clear way, like why community friendly behaviors are more valued in most cases. And I can say this anecdotally, that even from my experience, when I was growing up, my parents often taught me to be polite to people, but I don't recall them explaining why I should be polite to people. And also with attending school as well, as a young child, that there was this sense that people wanted us growing humans to be polite and kind to the people around us, but they never really explained why. And there is this too much focus on enforcing observable behaviors instead of helping to educate people why they may willingly choose to stick with specific behaviors. And I think understanding that high level intent can be a stronger driver to changing behavior, because if people's understanding and values align with the intent of the desired behavior that is asked, then people are more likely to engage in that type of behavior. At least from my own experience. But it probably would not be fair for me to say that about all people. But anecdotally speaking, I'm guessing that most or all people value understanding the high level intent, which provides a stronger driver to their specific behaviors. And I am okay with being proven wrong with evidence if I'm incorrect about this. But that's kind of one problem, and I will try to speak in a focused way, but I will expect that I may struggle because of my genetic brain type, where like I have said in my other YouTube videos on this channel, my mind is very hyperactive, and trying to organize my thoughts is a persistent lifelong challenge, but I still want to try to communicate clearly. So to circle back to this video topic, I think and to try to concisely summarize what I was just saying, I think many people are quick to judge people based on their behaviors, and quick to potentially incorrectly assume that the individual is the source of all those problems, when there may be something directly or indirectly influencing any individual's behaviors. And for example, like I mentioned, poor mental health, poor education, maybe just lack of understanding about social boundaries. That there could be all sorts of reasons why specific behaviors may have manifested. And one extra concern that I have is that people who are not related to these perceived tr- trouble troublemaking individuals are people who observe these situations, and if they have a sense that they can be justified aggressive towards these perceived troublemakers, I believe that brings out more destructive tendencies, and brings out like more of the worst of people. And I personally believe that trying to get a revenge is very unhealthy for the soul, and very unhealthy for our mental health, because I don't think what anecdotally it seems revenge doesn't really solve anything. That is probably more a short term reaction to something observed that may be intensely disliked. But yes, I think in some cases, if there is some kind of perceived community troublemaker, it kind of concerns me that that would encourage most people around them to engage in what I would describe as a mob mindset, or a mob mentality. And that is kind of a form of bullying, and I believe bullying is also a terrible problem solver, because similar to using authority, or using power, or using punishment to stop people. That seems to communicate a very different message than what we should be communicating. So for example, if somebody if some individual in public just decided to aggressively punch someone else, most people who would view that, or most people who would observe that may think that the person who threw the first punch should be punished in some way. But my train of thought just died. I would try to return to my thoughts. Um, oh yes, I think I recall now. So most people, if they observe someone in a public, for example, suddenly punching someone else, the first reaction may be that they want to they want to bring down punishments on that individual. But 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 if people follow through, and police and other other authorities get involved, then from that individual's point of view, who threw that punch, they did not really learn that they did something wrong. They only learned to now fear some kind of powerful authority. And this kind of indirectly teaches them that if these individuals can find a way to gain power, and to overpower the authorities, then they can do anything they want. So I think this is one extra problem about this whole using authority and power to try and solve community problems, because one of the big issues I believe I understand is that this indirectly or maybe strongly suggests that 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 like that there really is no there is no growth opportunity for the for the individuals who engage in the socially disruptive behavior, and instead not only the individuals with those troublesome behaviors, but the people around them can observe that that there is a kind of a taught fear about authority, and not so much what the individual can do to improve for a future. And on a slightly related note, I believe authority and exercising punishment and similar things is also a very good way to destroy trust between people. And I believe this could easily extend to things like very very intimate relationships as well. And for example, between a couple, I believe for similar reasons, it is very very unhealthy to try to exercise very unhealthy to exercise control, and very unhealthy to exercise power from either side. Um, and I'd like to think that um, that unless we are trying to work with humans who cannot comprehend language, I'd like to think that we can try to communicate to reach mutual mutual agreements. And maybe one reason I feel passionate about this topic is because I have been a victim of bullying earlier in my life as well, and the experience kind of taught me how what taught me that the system that we have that tries to manage people in these specific contexts doesn't really work well. And even when I was bullied in high school, I tried to seek help from teachers and people who I thought were authorities, but that worked so poorly that the bullies just kept continuing their behavior. So I think this is some anecdotal evidence that does suggest that exercising power and exercising authority doesn't really stop people, and if you want to exercise enough power to absolutely stop someone, one side effect is that suddenly creates enormous fear and enormous anxiety in the communities, because what confidence do you have that the same authorities that you thought would be protecting you, how confident are you that same perceived perceived what confidence do you have that same perceived protective authority won't turn around and exercise that authority on you in negative ways? So I think this concept, or this approach to using power to manage people comes with a massive risk and many long-term problems. And I do wish that one day in the future, humans can find a more peaceful way to and a more mutually respectful way to solve such problems. And in some cases and I'm not saying this is for all individuals, and I'm not trying to say um, that we should let people cause harm and trouble, but I'm just more observing problems that I see with this big power power system. um, and possibly in some cases it may not be fair to judge the individual too quickly, because what if they have some genetic brain type that 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 increases the chance of their behaviors. So maybe and this is just a wild example, like maybe they are a psychopath, or maybe they are a sociopath, and those people probably have this natural ge- um, um, genetic tendency to behave in specific ways, and that's something that they are born with. So um, um, and and now I had a sudden pattern jump in my brain, is that one way that maybe psychopaths have been prevented from harming people is by having them work in specific positions in a business. So, for example, if psychopaths are like CEOs, or if they are in a position of top management, I have heard stories, or like anecdotes where you would typically find psychopaths in those in those business positions, because probably they are attracted to power, and maybe also they are kind of good at that work, because they are less emotionally attached to their people, and can probably drive I guess specific financial profit increasing efforts. So the reason why I mentioned that is that I think that is one example of how we could constructively divert people to environments where they might be supported, and that they are less likely to cause harm for the people around them, and that doesn't have to involve power and punishments and just slamming fear around the place. Um, so that's kind of my that's some of my thoughts. Um, I, that there might be some more things I wanted to say. Um, um, well, actually, I think that might have been all that I wanted to say. So I guess um, I, I I I guess, kind of long story short, my I would try the short answer to this question again. So why I believe power is a terrible social problem solver. Because firstly, this might not actually solve the problem, because because troublemakers just might they may keep repeating their actions, and exercising authority is often a very effective short-term solution, but not really a long-term solution. Power can also communicate the wrong message. So people may be taught that they should fear authority, or in worst cases, they may be taught they should acquire more power, so they can do anything they want. When the correct message should be something like, they engaged in a behavior that caused harm, or caused disruption to a community, and that mutual respect should be something that people try to maintain, so that we can communicate with each other better. We can work together better, and we can find mutual agreements more easily, because we should all be able to have a happy life, while not disrespecting the people around us. Um, and another reason why power can be a terrible problem solver is that this may encourage many observers to unleash their own aggression and destruction, and this is also a symptom of a larger problem. So maybe some cultures, like an Asian culture, for example, that I grew up with, that was a culture about fearing authority, and completely disregarding our own mental health. So what that does is that encourages people to hide how they feel, and encourages people to lie, and encourages people to cheat, and do all those sorts of things. And that what that does is that makes people very, or that can make people feel very repressed. So they have this lack of control, and lack of freedom in their life. And then when they believe they can justify being nasty to other people, they may have a massive imbalance in how they react to things, and instead of reacting with the right amounts of emotion, to the right situation for the right reasons, these people may overreact. So not only is the individual causing behaviors and causing problems, the individual may also trigger people to become very hateful, and make people feel consumed by anger and then revenge, and that may encourage them to unhealthily perpetuate this punishment system, and then perpetuate those troublemaking behaviors, and then perpetuate all of this bottled up, repressed like feelings. So I think, I think all of these problems, accumulated together, can spiral into large scale destruction, like how a world war works. And I was not alive during the time when this world war happens. So it would not be fair for me to say I know why this world war started, but anecdotally, it seems like people were unwilling, or somehow unable to communicate peacefully with each other, and instead decided to exercise power, and because of that, that we had a terrible loss of life, because people were just sent to war just to kill each other. So So yes, I so long story short, I kind of feel passionate about this topic, and I'd like to think there are more constructive ways to to support communities of people. And for example, this includes things like what I hear Simon Sinek saying. So trying to exercise good leadership skills, trying to practice good listening skills, trying to not react too soon to specific behaviors, and to build a safe environment where people can be heard, and people can be supported, because maybe why what drives some people's behaviors that may be perceived as troublemaking, maybe like maybe they just have really poor mental health, or maybe they are just desperate to solve something in their life, like maybe they believe they don't have as much control in their life as they want to. And I'd like to think there are safe and constructive ways to support the entire diversity of the human population, so that they are much less likely to have to resort to their last option of causing trouble in our communities to potentially meet some kind of invisible need. Or and I'm not saying I am any expert on this topic, and to be fair on all people, I lead a very isolated life, and I don't really watch news. I I mainly try to be happy by mostly spending my time playing my computer games, and just engaging in deep reflective thoughts. Um, but but yeah, there could be all sorts of reasons why specific behaviors may manifest, and I don't think it would be fair to judge those people too quickly, and there might be a deeper, and anecdotally, I think they are a symptom of a larger and deeper problem. So maybe cultures and communities are not taking care of their people as well as they should. Maybe the world's schools and education systems, maybe they don't teach mutual respect, and maybe they don't teach social collaboration skills as well as they should. Or maybe the government doesn't fund enough awareness about I guess the value of a community friendly behavior, or how to respect, I guess freedom, in a mutually respectful way. So this is a very complex a problem to try and solve, and I'm not saying I am not saying that I have any kinds of a practical solution, but I'm just observing and pointing out that, or not pointing out, but just observing and trying to raise awareness that this historic pattern of mindset of trying to shut down people just because of specific behaviors, through authority and power, may not be the most constructive way to manage things. And maybe there are people who display troublemaking behavior, or display perceived troublemaking behavior, maybe they just need some help. So yeah, I'm not saying that is true in all cases, and I raised one example that maybe some people are just psychopaths, or some people might be sociopaths, or some people just might be serial killers, and their only intent in life is to cause destruction. Then that would be more challenging to handle, and possibly maybe those are the very rare circumstances where the only way to protect people is to maybe exercise some kind of brutal punishment. But in general, if we want all people to be happy and have less stress and less fear and less concerns in their life, I'd like to think there are creative ways to help guide specific personality types, or to help better educate us so that we can have our needs supported, and we are less likely to go on some unpredictable rampage in some way. Um, or that might not even be rampage related, but just anything that may seem undesirable in a community. But yes, and part of the intent that I wanted to share this YouTube video was I have been recently thinking about this, and to help me organize my thoughts, I kind of want to let go of this or capture this specific interpretation of this topic while this is fresh in my mind, and this might help to free up some of my executive functioning capacity to think about and possibly talk about some other things too. But yes, I'm not trying to suggest what is a clear right or wrong answer. Just sharing my observations about what is the problem with the current historic approach of exercising power, and I wish that one day in the future we live in a utopia world where we don't need police, we don't need the law, and that we are all adults who exercise extreme mutual respect. This concludes this video, and thanks for listening.